What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Bandai Power Rangers Legacy Collection Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Blue Ranger. Here we do have the Blue Ranger in the packaging. You can see he does come with a Build-A-Figure piece, as well as his holster and his blade blaster. And then the figure, of course, himself. We have a nice image of the Blue Ranger right here, as well as the blue lightning going around the box. You can see an image of what the blade blaster should look like. Other figures of this line do include the Blue Ranger, Black Ranger, and Pink Ranger, all from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Then we have the Red Ranger and the Yellow Ranger from Space Patrol Rangers. I think that's what they were. I didn't keep up with that series. Other figures of this line altogether for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers do give you the complete Megazord right here. So that's Blue Ranger for you guys. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get him opened up, and then we'll go into the rest of his review, so sit tight, everyone. And so here we have the Blue Ranger posing out of the packaging. Before we get onto the figure, let's actually show off his accessories. For starters, he does come with the left leg of the Build-A-Figure Megazord, and as you can see right here, it is the Triceratops. More than likely, you're not going to see a completed product here because I don't have the main torso. Mainly because I got the Red Ranger loose, but you know, it is a nice accessory. But moving on to what comes for the Blue Ranger, he does come with the blade blaster and the holster. And it's the exact same blade blaster and the same holster we've been seeing with Red Ranger and Pink Ranger. We're going to see all these on the same Rangers throughout the course of the videos, but it does peg in to his side right there. Or you can pull it out in the event that you don't want him to have it, and you can have this spot free and his arms all the way down to his side, which is still a pretty good look for Blue Ranger. So before we actually have a look at the figure, let's actually have a quick comparison really fast. And here we have the Blue Ranger posed with the movie Blue Ranger, just so you can see some quick comparisons between the two, and you can see where this one drew inspirations from on this one. I do think that I like this helmet a little more, probably because it's more nostalgic to me, and this is something I remember more fondly. But out of the two, I honestly believe that maybe his blue is too dark. I don't know if it's coming off on camera, but the movie Blue Ranger has a richer blue to him. It's not as dark. But other than that, still really loving this figure, and really good details on him. Essentially, he is the same figure that we saw with the Red Ranger, just with a different helmet and a different morpher, but we'll actually show that off really fast. So let's actually move on to his details. As I stated, he does have a different helmet than the Red Ranger, which is obvious. He does have the Triceratops. You can see the horns are actually sculpted and painted really well, which is really surprising. The eyes are painted with a gold color. Then you can see the beak of the Triceratops is painted white. Really love the reflective blue on the helmet. Always loving the silver right here in the mouthpiece. Just like with all the other Rangers, the whites are molded in their own color with the exception of the chest diamonds, which are painted, which I really do like that. I like the fact that the whites are pure white with the exception of the diamonds, but it's a really nice dynamic, which I really think that if they have gloves on, the gloves should be molded in the color of the gloves, not painted. And then the blues do a really good job matching each other. It is a little noticeable on my camera that they don't match up 100%, but it is really nice. You can see his morpher is sculpted really well. The Triceratops coin is right there. Again, don't know why his belt is silver. It should be white. Plus he is missing the black around the morpher, so that's a little unfortunate. But still, overall, really nice looking figure, and even though blue isn't my favorite color, I can still respect the Blue Ranger because he's still a really nice figure. The only thing that would make him complete is if he came with his Power Lance accessory, but unfortunately he doesn't, so let's actually just move on to his articulation. Just like with the Red Ranger, he has the same articulation as the Red Ranger. He has a ball joint in the head. No, unfortunately, we don't get any side-to-side pivot on the head. We do get left and right on that joint. He does have a hinge in the neck, which lets him look up and down. Again, moves left and right, no problem. His arms are actually on a ratcheting joint. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but his arms ratchet up and down. That one's even louder. And it's actually a little worrisome to me because I might apply too much force and accidentally break it, so it is something worth noting. But arms do a full 360. Swivel at the bicep. He is double jointed in the elbow, giving us pretty good range. He has that swivel hinge in the wrist, which gives us forward and an in and out hinge and an up and down hinge depending on how you have that facing. And then we do get an ab crunch, which goes back pretty far, forward pretty far. We have a waist swivel, which works really nice. Legs go forward, back, and out. They spin at the thigh, double jointed in the knees, no problems there. He swivels at the boot, has a hinge up and down in the foot, as well as forward facing pin for rock your ankle. So just like with the Red Ranger and the Pink Ranger, you can actually get Blue Ranger in just about any pose you can think of, which is really nice, especially for modern day figures. So what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get them posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. So sit tight, everyone. So here we have the Blue Ranger posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do like this figure. Now let's actually get the other Rangers out here so you can see what he looks like with them. Again, really excited. I finally have the Blue Ranger as well as all the Rangers. I'm really happy for this line, and you can hear the train in the background. Sorry about that. Overall, I am really pleased with how Bandai has handled these Power Ranger figures. They're really well done. They are a little stylized, which I know a lot of people aren't too crazy about. They don't like the superhero style proportions. But personally, I don't mind it as much because growing up, the Power Rangers were almost like superheroes, and you always saw them as more than just characters on screen. But overall, I really do like the way Blue Ranger came out. Kind of wish he did come with the Power Lance. I know there is a version that has the Power Lance, which I still need to track down. But for what it is, I really do like this figure. It does have a couple of paint errors and things I wish they could have worked on. But overall, still a really nice figure. If you can still find this guy in stores, I really recommend you pick him up, especially if you're a Power Rangers fan like myself. With that being said, guys, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other Power Ranger reviews. All my action figure reviews are also up, so check those out. And as always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments. And if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. And until next time, I'm KingofDragons 5000, and I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.